Punchie TV! Punchie TV! Punchie TV! Punchie TV! We're wild, we're loud, we're here right now. Punchie TV! Punchie TV! Smash the screen, flip the world, chaos in a neon swirl. No rules, no leash, just madness unleashed. Punchie TV! Punchie TV! Punchie TV! Punchie TV! Punchie TV! Punchie TV! Crashing, burning, spinning, turning. Punchie TV! Punchie TV! Jump up, throw down, scream and shake the crowd. Punchie TV! Punchie TV!
Hello, folks. Bill here. This is Punchie TV. How y'all doing? We've got well, I think it's an interesting show, at least somewhat interesting. We'll see, right, producer? Hi, everybody. Let's see. Well, there's plenty of stuff going on this week. Well, if you didn't see it, there was a rocket test of the Starship rocket. Did you get that one, producer? Pull that up. And I mean, it's just a test, but wow. Well, let's let you guys take a look at it. Run it. Okay. Let's just show the rocket. That's what I wanted to see. All right, enough. Enough! Jeez, producer. I guess I should have tested this out. This thing is not up and working over here. But anyway, folks, that is the test of the most powerful rocket booster ever. And man, that looked like, I mean, I feel sorry for the thing, for what's under it. Let's put it like that. It just looked, no wonder they've been putting so much work into to trying to build that launch mount for what, the last year, I guess, or more. Because to deal with that, it just looks ridiculous. You have to see it, folks, if you haven't seen it. But it's even, they have the lighting even turned down because it would be brighter than what you're seeing. And if you were standing anywhere near it, you would feel the heat of it also. It's making Saturn V look tame by comparison. And that rocket is getting close to that test rocket. Version 3 of the SpaceX Starship is getting close to taking off for its first launch. It's scheduled for the 19th, which is next week, I guess. Um, but so somewhere around the 19th, they might be launching it again. They haven't launched one since this year at all. I think the last launch was in November or December last year. But anyway, yeah, for you guys who are into that kind of stuff, make sure you check it out. The other thing I'm going to get into here is about a little bit about stem cell stuff, stem cell technology, and our technology in biology of how things work on the cellular level and on the gene and the protein level is, maturing to where it's getting to a point where they can actually do some pretty interesting stuff that can really, it's almost like sci-fi stuff is getting to the point where some sci-fi stuff is right around the corner kind of thing, the first one, well, let's just play that, the stem cell. Which one? Oh, yeah. Oh, happy birthday to Nick. Right. Yes. Anyway, happy birthday, Nick. They're putting this up on the thing. And, all right, Nick. Not Nick. Kurt. Not Nick at all. Kurt. Or producer. Play the first clip.
After 2 decades of trial and error, scientists now have the formula to create blood stem cells in the lab. The finding is especially important for patients who have blood disorders like leukemia, because it could remove the need to find donors with matching blood types. 2 research teams shared how they created these cells. One team took human skin cells and reprogrammed them with new genes. Those cells were then injected into mice and started producing something akin to blood. The second team did something similar, but instead of creating blank stem cells, they modified them from blood vessels. They put those into sick mice with blood-related diseases, and the rodents eventually got better. A lot still needs to happen before these cells are tested on humans, but scientists are elated about the possibility of treating people with their own stem cells.
Yeah, so that's just one version of it, but some years back, I think it was maybe 2016, 2015, around there, they were able to learn how to take regular cells and reprogram them into making them into being stem cells. Well, and what they've so you could take and a stem cell can basically become any kind of cell. It can become a neuron. It can become a heart cell, liver cell, kidney cell, whatever. It just it can become anything. So they can take cells from your body and make them, reprogram them to where they're back to being stem cells, and they can be basically turned into any kind of tissue in your body. And they've been, working on this stuff, and they use these 4 master proteins in the body to do it. They call them induced pluripotent stem cells. Pluripotent stem cells, induced pluripotent stem cells. Anyway, they're the ones that they take regular cells and make them into other cells. And they're using these for doing different stem cell therapies for different kind of stuff. And but another part of it is they're taking, instead of taking these 4 proteins, and 3 of them are associated with cancer, by the way. I mean, they're kind of master proteins, and they're one of the things that's been found is that they're 3 of them are associated with cancer. Well, no, 3 of them are associated with cancer. If you just give somebody a lot of them, they'll induce cancer formation. But they've also found that they don't cause, in other words, for short term, controlled short term, they don't cause cancer. As far as their research has shown that they don't cause cancer short term. And one of the things they're doing is just using, instead of 4, the 4 proteins that basically that turn something into a stem cell, they're using just 3 of them that basically it leaves the cell the same kind of cell it is, but it causes it to remake all its stuff, refix its and recreate a lot of its machinery. You know, the machinery in the cell gets old and damaged over time, and it causes it to, these proteins cause the cell to recreate some of their and fix some of their machinery, and you know, they call this OSK, but that stands for the 3 proteins that they're using for doing this kind of stuff. So they've done some. There's already been some tests done on different on rats, of course, and on some other animals, working on this kind of gene therapy for that fixes basically the cells on the cellular level, the machinery in the cells, and they've been working on it, and it's come to the point where there's now a company that has got FDA clearance to actually put this out, to actually do a clinical test on humans for stuff like glaucoma, you know, macular degeneration, stuff like that. What do they call them? Optic neuropathies, but you know, diseases of the eye where stuff is breaking down. Basically, they've got FDA clearance to do human trials on this stuff, and yeah, this is just the start of. I mean, they have to really be careful where they put this stuff. Like I said, if these 2 of these proteins these master proteins, 2 of them that they're using of the 3 are associated with tumor and cancer formation. So you have to be really careful with these things. But this stuff is moving forward, and heck, I don't know. I mean, well, you could see sometime in the future, maybe a decade from now, where they might be like, you know, they have a lung and kidney and all kinds of other stuff, maybe even just an overall therapy, and you'll just live longer. You'll be looking younger or whatever. It's getting here. I mean, it's something else. Anyway, let's go to, you know, the other thing I'll bring up here is, it's not just that. I mean, if you haven't heard, there's like a Japanese company over in Japan that's actually got something where they have a specific protein inhibitor that allows this other protein to express itself, and it ends up growing new teeth. So your teeth will actually grow back. And then another Korean company has a version of that that is like a patch on one of your teeth and goes and allows just one tooth to grow back. So, and these things are all like there's clinical trials going on with all this stuff. It's like, it's like the mad scientist stuff is, the stuff of the future is here, or it's getting here. I guess in good ways and in bad ways, getting here. Anyway, I got one. So, what? So folks, don't forget to call in. Number is 888-775-3773. That's 888-775-3773. Or we like some super chats. However you do that. Buymeacoffee.com, Punchie TV. Buymeacoffee.com. Buymeacoffee.com/Punchie TV. All right. Let's see. Next, I guess we'll get off the teeth and growing new body parts and maybe becoming younger and all that kind of stuff. Maybe the population problem will be taken care of in a different way. All right. Let's go to the next one.
Okay, while we're used to the fact that teeth only grow twice, a new drug can make it possible to grow a third set. Yeah, that is right. So according to a report by the Japan Times, researchers are working on the world's first drug that could help patients grow a completely new set of teeth. So Japanese pharmaceutical company Beijing Biopharma, which is funded by Kyoto University, is developing this groundbreaking drug. Now, the company is set to begin clinical trials on healthy adults, and by July 2024, it aims to put the drugs on the market by 2030. Now, the team has already administered the drug to ferrets successfully in 2018. Now, most people have tooth buds that have the potential to become a new tooth in addition to baby and permanent teeth. Now, although the buds usually do not develop and subsequently they disappear, now the pharmaceutical team have developed an antibody drug that hinders the protein that suppresses the growth of teeth. So the drug works on those tooth buds and stimulates their growth. The company plans to hold a clinical trial for the drug from 2025 for children between 2 and 6 years old with anodontia. This is an innate condition in which some or all permanent teeth are absent. Researchers are also hoping to utilize the drug in the future for adults who have lost their teeth due to cavities.
This is something separate. Well, the same thing's going on, but that's something separate. Okay, let's see. Let's move on. Let's go do it. Let's go to Trump's UFO release.
Fox News alert, the Trump administration releasing the first batch of files related to UFOs and alien life.
So is the truth really out there?
Senior White House correspondent Peter Doocy joins us live with the details. What have you learned, Peter?
Good morning. So a White House official left this hard drive on my desk overnight. You can see on it, it says AARO files copy 2 of 3. That is the all domain resolution office copy 2 of 3. This
Can you cut all this out? Come on, producer.
is the first big batch of UFO disclosure ordered by President Trump. Some of the clips and videos on there have popped up different places before. Some of them have not. And we have been going through this all morning and overnight to try to put together some of the best videos so we can all look at this together. This is a world exclusive right here. So let's go to the first clip over the skies of the United Arab Emirates in June 2024. An inverted teardrop with a vertically linear trailing mass, as described by the War Department, suspended below. The War Department cannot say for sure what this is. It is officially listed as an unresolved UAP report. The next video, over the skies of Iraq, December 2022, moving bottom left to top right of the field of view. All CENTCOM gets from this is an area of contrast. That's what they describe it as. It is officially still listed as an unresolved UAP report. Next video, over the skies of Greece, October 2023. What is described as a small and circular UAP flying near the surface of the ocean towards land. CENTCOM can't tell us what it is. It is officially listed as an unresolved UAP report.
They look like drones to me. I mean, okay, unknown drone. A kid down the street was flying a drone down the street or something. I don't know. Or it's the military and they have their special top secret drone that they don't, that nobody knows about, and they can't acknowledge exists. That's all I'm seeing. Anyway.
Within the last 2 minutes, all of these videos have gone live on war.gov/UFO, and a White House official tells Fox First, while past administrations sought to discredit or dissuade the American people, President Trump is focused on providing maximum transparency to the public, who can ultimately make up their own minds about the information contained in these files. And there's also a fresh look at some historical records. There's this from Apollo 17 included in this big document dump. One of the astronauts says, we've got a few very bright particles or fragments or something that go drifting by as we maneuver. The control center says, Roger, understood. Another astronaut says, there's a whole bunch of big ones on my window down there, just bright. It looks like the 4th of July out of Ron's window. Another astronaut says, yes, now you can see some of them in shape. They're very jagged, angular fragments that are tumbling. This exchange has long been dismissed as floating insulation. But now the White House is saying, while this photo has been previously released and discussed by keen observers, there is no consensus about the nature of the anomaly.
Sounds like some ice or some junk to me. That's all they got? Come on. Maybe it wasn't released because it's not worth releasing. Anybody thought about that?
And this all started, of course, because we asked the president about it in February.
Barack Obama said that aliens are real. Have you seen any evidence of non-human visitors to Earth?
Well, he gave classified information. He's not supposed to be doing that. You know,
So aliens are real.
well, I don't know if they're real or not. I can tell you, he gave classified information. He's not supposed to be doing that. Well, he made a big mistake. He took it out of classified information. No, I don't have an opinion on it.
So the government is trying to answer the question, do aliens exist? And the answer is, they don't know, but in an effort of transparency, they are giving us all of the material that they are working with as they try to answer that question.
All right,
Back to you.
Peter, so many questions.
Anyway. All right, producer. That's all they could come up with? Anyway. Where's the good stuff? Oh, well, that's the new conspiracy. They kept all the good stuff and they only put out the nothing. Like what we got.
Questions. The internet has been ablaze about this for a long time. And one of the things that the unidentified anomalous phenomena people want to know is what the government has collected from belief that these things crashed. There was crash retrieval and that we have some sort of evidence. Is there anything in this batch of released files that would answer that question?
There's nothing in this batch, but we've been told that this is about to become a regular thing because there are hundreds of documents and dozens of pieces of media, videos and photos that are contained on this drive that has just been uploaded to the new website, which is war.gov/UFO. There is nothing like that in this batch, but they are going through and they are working to declassify whatever they can because President Trump told them to. And this is different than when he ordered the Kennedy files to be unclassified and just put everything out all at once. It was millions of pages, a huge file. This is going to come out bit by bit as they work through. And you look, we've got some stuff from Apollo 17. We've got some stuff from a couple months ago. There's a ton of material, but...
What is that? Is that a paraglider? Anyway.
They want us to know that they are trying to figure this out. They just don't have an answer about whether or not, about what these crafts are.
Peter, what do you think? You're a betting person. Do you think these aliens are friendly? Should we approach them? What do you suggest if we see them?
You hope that they're friendly. I see a lot of people here at the White House, and I think that looks like it might be an alien. And everybody is pretty nice.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
We'll see where they go. So
people are fascinated with this.
Yeah.
Sean just did a podcast about this, the investigation of Bob Lazar, who...
All right. We've had enough of this. They're all taking it easy out there at Fox News. Especially looking at that. Let's see. Forget the aliens. Let me see. Is there more alien stuff? Okay, let's go to the next one. Trump says Russia and Ukraine agreed to his request for a 3-day ceasefire.
You announced a 3-day ceasefire in the Ukraine-Russia war. Do you anticipate that would be any longer than 3 days?
Could be. I mean, it could be. It'd be nice. I'd like to see it stop. Russia, Ukraine. It's the worst thing since World War II in terms of life. 25,000 young soldiers every month. It's crazy. So it could very well be. I asked, and President Putin agreed. President Zelensky agreed, both readily. And we have a little period of time where they're not going to be killing people. That's very good. And they also agreed to give 1,000 on each side, 1,000 prisoners back. So they're going to be transferring almost immediately 1,000 prisoners from each side. That's very good. Russia, Ukraine.
Well, that's good. I don't see anything bad with that. I mean, other than them likely going right back at it. It's something also about if you're watching the whole thing. There's like it's like a technology. It's like a technology race. So like technology flies during a war, moves faster than ever. All kinds of stuff back and forth, technology-wise, with drones and how they're communicating and how they're being taken out of the air and all kinds of stuff, and it just keeps on going. It's kind of gives you some insight into wars in the past too. All right, the Beijing China summit. Trump is set to arrive in Beijing, or has he arrived already in Beijing? You don't even know. Trump is set to. I think he's supposed to be doing it today. They're supposed to start their summit and in China, and with Z talking over, whatever, all kinds of stuff, all kinds of negotiations between our two countries. Play that one.
President Donald Trump is arriving here in Beijing later today. He comes at a time when the war in Iran has hurt his popularity at home. It's raised energy prices around the world and unstabilized markets. Trump is going to talk about Iran when he meets in a state visit with his Chinese counterpart, Xi Jinping. He's already expressed some frustration with the Chinese, saying that they haven't used their strong economic ties to Iran to pressure the Iranian authorities to reopen the Strait of Hormuz, which could ease oil prices. Trump is also coming with a number of CEOs. They will be discussing trade. Both sides have reached a sort of a trade truce since last fall that had prevented each one from imposing high tariffs. And the White House says that there's interest from both China and the U.S. in extending that trade truce. So that's something that will be discussed. They'll also be discussing an arms sale to Taiwan that the White House has approved but has not yet allowed to go through. The Chinese would rather see that not come to fruition.
Bet they wouldn't. Oh, man. Yeah, the Iran thing. But I wonder, with the Iran thing, I wonder are some people telling the Iranians behind their back to just drag it out as much as possible? It'll hurt Trump, And I'm sure the Chinese think it may be in their best interest too. We'll have pain. We'll have pain now, but it will help us in the future. Democrats are probably thinking that too. But, whatever. We'll see how it plays out. But honestly, it can only take so much of this mess with the Iranians. At some point, you're just going to have to take some more action. But I guess we can wait. We're in a fairly okay position. But yeah, it doesn't help Trump's his position as far as keeping the House and the Senate. But he's been working on that too, so we will have to see. All right, let's go to the next one. Trump receives.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, this is Trump landing in China. Wow, okay. Do they feel this is going to help in negotiations? Yeah, you think this is going to help with negotiations? Is that the idea? Maybe they feel Trump really likes this kind of stuff. He digs it. All right, let's move on. Oh, man. Yeah. All right. That's kind of, well, I don't know. What's the idea with, he doesn't even get that kind of stuff here. uh, and if he did, the papers would have something something to say about it. Wouldn't be anything good. Let's see. Let's go to the next one. Okay, this is about Trump, and well, let's just play it.
Go ahead. When you're negotiating with Iran, Mr. President, to what extent are Americans' financial situations motivating you to make a deal?
Not even a little bit. The only thing that matters when I'm talking about Iran, they can't have a nuclear weapon. I don't think about Americans' financial situation. I don't think about anybody. I think about one thing. We cannot let Iran have a nuclear weapon. That's all. That's the only thing that motivates.
Did you say earlier that the only thing that matters to you when it comes to Iran is a nuclear weapon? You're not considering the financial impact of this war on Americans?
The most important thing by far, including whether our stock market, which by the way is at an all-time high, but including whether or not our stock market goes up or down a little bit, the most important thing by far is Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon.
What about the pressure on Americans and prices right now?
Every American understands.
Americans, how they're feeling about
every American. Are you listening to me? Every American understands, and they just had a poll, like 85%, which is surprising. It's only that they understand that Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon.
Okay. I didn't see a big deal about that. I mean, yeah, Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. The #1 terrorist country in the world. We don't want it with nuclear weapons. It's just a mess we don't want to deal with. They're trying to make something of that, but I don't make much of it. I mean, it's true, it is taken into account, but yeah, it's just, yeah, overall, the Iran can't have a nuclear weapon is probably the highest priority, if that's a threat, if that's what you're getting at. All right, and let's go for this, the next one. By the way, people, call-in number is 888-775-3773. That's 888-775-3773. And if you want to talk to me about whatever we're brought up here, or some science stuff, or you know, some of the stuff going on out there today, today's news, this week's news, feel free to call up. Let's go to the next one, producer.
So we're gathered here tonight, and it's exciting because this place was not properly taken care of. I was told by my wife, you have to act presidential, so don't use foul language. I won't. Therefore, normally I would have said it was a shit house, but I don't want to say that. The columns were falling down. The plaster was falling off. You made a speech, and I was saying, couldn't you fix up the paint job up there? You know, it looked a little... And this place is tippy-top now, including all the brand-new, beautiful stone. I paid for it myself. And I spent a lot of time on bringing this house back, because this house was in very bad shape. Those walls were in horrible shape. I'm looking at them now. Look at them. They're perfect. The plaster was falling off. And it was terrible. It's a White House. It's got to look incredible. It's got to be in pristine. And the big thing is we're building a ballroom in the back, which will be, I think, the most beautiful ballroom anywhere in the world. You'll never see anything like it.
If he could get it built. If somehow he can get it through his ballroom through the get it around all the judges. Oh, what a mess. But we got a real estate person here, as president. So he's fixing stuff and he's got ideas and he's trying to make stuff look good. And power to him. It'll be looking good for a while. Probably a lot of these folks that are actually in office here probably won't even notice stuff like that. But a real estate guy, he would. He will. All right. That's it for this stuff. I guess we could go back to some of this other stuff. But first thing, I'm going to take a call. And it's Josh. Josh, hey, you're on.
Hey, what's going on, man?
I'm hanging in here.
Yes, sir. All right, about the stem cell research.
Yeah.
Story you did. I remember seeing Mel Gibson and his dad talking about that on Joe Rogan, maybe 7 or 8 years ago.
Wow. Okay.
And, and it seems like is it only one of them things for rich people to to extend their, I think his dad had fought cancer with it or beat cancer.
Okay, maybe. I don't know about that. I mean, they're using it. They have literally 100 clinical trials going on for all these types of stem cell and this other kind of stuff, which is another kind of. It's basically another kind of. It's not stem cells. It's
right.
It's where they get the cell to remake its revitalize its machinery, basically. Your DNA is really actually really tough stuff. It doesn't really get that damaged, but the rest of the stuff that the DNA was used to make, used to make all the proteins and make all the machinery that's in the cell that does all the work, that stuff gets damaged over time. It gets repaired, but it's not all the repairs are they're not good as new repairs. So the stuff just gets the stuff in your cell gets more and more damaged, and it's and then you have I would say your body's like a whole country, and the different organs in your body are like states, states in the country. Your everything also in the country is also all built on an assembly line, kind of. So if there's certain things that are needed that aren't around, then it slows down everything. You also got you also have roads.
The veins, right?
Right, your veins are like roads, transporting stuff. Yeah, they're like interstate. But we have you also have we have welfare people, more and more of those in your body, And
then white blood cells are like the strong ones, right?
Right, they're like cops, kind of, and they're governed. They're governed from high above, but also you have we also have things like our governor here in California might be a cancer, right?
Cancer,
right? Taking things down and making things not work, or things are working haywire, like we have with lots of Democrats here in the blue states.
Right.
And they're like a bunch of cells that basically stop working and stop doing, stop working, and they just use, but they don't produce or do nothing. That's another
Right.
thing that builds up in your body. And it's, you know, it's kind of, it's interesting. It's kind of like a little, your whole body is like a little version, tiny miniaturized version of like how the whole country. I mean, I would
Yeah.
really think that's a good analogy.
Yeah. Yeah, that is how I see it. And like the more, junk food you eat, it's like kind of like letting illegal immigrants in your system.
Well, the
you know?
illegal immigrants are more like your immune system not working well, and so
Right.
you get infections that start. You start letting in infections, through your bowels and
Infection.
everything, and they start causing havoc around your
Yeah.
body. Basically
Right.
the same kind of thing. And then your streets, as you get older, your streets and stuff start falling apart, and they need more
Right.
maintenance. That's just like getting old. I mean, you could really
Yeah.
put it that way.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, I don't really go to the doctor. I probably haven't been to a doctor appointment in like 20 years, man.
Oh.
I guess I'm into health stuff though,
Right, you better be.
I'm into,
Or
yeah.
you'd end up in the doctor. You end up
Yeah,
having to go
because,
to a doctor.
Right. Because
No,
I mean, it's like,
I think folks should go and at least get themselves checked out.
okay. Because
But
to be more of a
make
business.
sure they're not like giving you some extra shots and stuff that you don't know about.
Right. It seems to
They
be
give
like,
they give you their new special. They'll make you their new special. You know how they
Right.
are about their new special mRNA shot for something. And you can be basically to some extent one of their new guinea pigs.
right. It's a practice, they're practicing. The medical practice.
I'm not a doctor or anything, anybody. Okay,
Right.
it's just me talking.
Yeah.
But mostly, but you do need it.
go
But it
ahead.
is good to know, what's going on.
Yeah.
You've got high blood pressure, or your blood glucose is way too high, or all the kind of mess like that could be happening.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like you take your car to a mechanic and, they're going to find something wrong with it, unless you kind of got to, or unless you really know your doctor. I guess, is that the key of it, because I don't, nowadays, I heard.
I don't know, man.
On Jesse's show, he said 60% of medical professionals are females now. So it's a lot of the DEI going on in that. So, you really,
yeah.
It seems to be more of a business. Their first priority is to, sell pills than to help you first.
Yeah. They really are.
Some of them.
I mean,
I'm sure there are some good doctors out there.
You got, our what's it called? Our health secretary right now. He's trying to get through some of this stuff, because we got so many problems with our food that's basically causing.
RFK.
Yeah.
Talking about RFK Jr. Yeah.
RFK is like dealing with all our food problems. Trying to deal with them, because our food is literally causing us to have to go to the doctor for all kinds of stuff, and the hospital's just fine with that.
Yeah.
they're just cool, no problem with that. Hey, we make more money, and and also, I also feel that the people actually, the doctors who are actually doing it, who are part of it, they're actually all, their way of fixing things is how they deal with stuff too. So you're not going to generally get anything outside of, the doctor's way of fixing and dealing with issues.
Right.
Nothing.
And it's really not the doctors. Yeah.
A little. Well, you might get some stuff about food, but maybe not limited. But I don't know. You know we're all just kind of on our own here. If you
Yeah.
don't know that, you're in trouble.
Right. Right. And, you know, I mean,
It's good we have free information at least right now.
I think we have too much information. So it's like we have so much information that, you know, you don't know what's true anymore, you know?
Right.
So it's like
You do have so much information that you're not true, but we could have it, you know, it could be curated, and then we'd all just get the same wrong information.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been like that for a long time. So, I mean, take your medicine one way or the other.
Right. So I mean, it's like with stem cells. I'm kind of like, you know, what the Amish do. They don't really go to doctors at all. And I heard during the whole COVID pandemic, none of them really caught COVID. You know, so it's like
caught COVID.
Have you heard about that? Like they didn't. You know, a lot of the Amish don't.
Oh yeah, it's just that they're
believe in medical.
Right, they just didn't have any.
Yeah, but they eat a lot of healthy foods though too at the same time, and then they're active.
Yeah, building stuff.
Right, building stuff. They're outside.
Rather than us getting no sun and hanging out and watching video games.
Right,
and
staying
TV.
inside all the time. And TV.
And eating junk food.
Right, And, you know, and then the stress, and you heard about the placebo. I know Jesse did a story about placebo effect when you think you have something and your body starts responding the way when you don't even have it. You know.
Right,
So,
placebo when you think you've gotten a cure and you suddenly feel better.
Right.
That's one too.
Right. So it's better not to even know, right? In the first place, right?
Interesting. I think you should know. But
I don't know. Maybe it's better not to know.
No, man. You should know.
You don't think so?
I think you should know. But yeah, I'd kind of have to deal with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, past 80, I don't. Oh, go ahead. You going to say something?
No, I was just gonna say, I'm gonna. I think that's it. All right, Josh, I'll let you go.
Okay, man.
Nice talking to you.
All right, you too, man.
All
All right.
That was Josh. And we're going to go to Daniel. And what?
Hello?
Yeah. Okay. This is an interesting one. What do you want to ask?
Is this Bill?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Bill. I'm Daniel from Texas.
Hey, Daniel.
So my question is, what is the meaning of life?
To live.
Oh, bro, come on, man. I've had a long day.
You're going to have a longer one here.
Come on, man. I'm climbing the mountain, and I need to know what your sage advice is on the
My sage advice?
Yeah, come on.
I believe we all chose to come here down to earth to.
Bro, I didn't ask for this.
Yeah, I believe we all chose to come down here to earth. Literally chose.
Do you think we chose?
Yeah, I kind of get the
like we were presented a choice and we go, yes, we're going to do this, and then we go.
Yeah.
And then we forget about that or something?
It's something to do with I think we came here to become real or something related to that. It's something about us up there in that other, wherever we're from.
Yeah. No, I'm listening.
Something about heaven, however things work up there. Yeah, I think but hey, it's just me. And yeah, like I said, just live, just do your thing, and do the best you can.
Just live, don't die, right? Like, don't die.
Well, you're probably eventually gonna die, but
Oh, come on, man.
but
you just told me to live.
right, you're
Right?
just to live, do what you
Oh my gosh.
do the best you can here, and but I don't know, how do I put it? Don't overdo doing the best you can or anything. Just do the best you can, but don't overdo the best you can, and don't make ego your main thing you're trying to fix or do for. Don't make it totally motivate your life.
Bill, I got a big ego, man.
I know, I understand. So does everybody else. It's bigger than you think.
Yeah,
All the people around you have a really big ego too.
That's true.
And
people are
more influenced than they let on. They're easily influenced, actually, most of them. And ego is like right at the heart of the motivation for everything. But it's also, for what people do, and it's also at the heart of. I'm not a psychologist, but it's at the heart of most of all the mental illness stuff. And even if it's not at the heart of the mental illness, it makes mental illness worse. Everything. Yeah. So
well, let me ask you about that.
Those are my Bill-isms on that. Okay.
Well, what's your Bill-ism on mental illness? And I want to ask a specific question. You're aware that like mental illness is, like, for example, if I take the rock and roll, music, drugs, and all that stuff, mental illness is kind of like a catalyst for great music, right? Like, are you familiar with this sort of stuff?
A little bit.
I mean,
I'm not surprised. No. Yeah.
Like great artists are crazy. You know what I mean?
They're really after something.
Right. Like they're crazy, right? Like would you agree that there's this idea that these amazing artists are tied to their craziness, and there's no separating that from their art?
I've heard of that. And
what do you think of that?
I mean, you look at Hollywood, and you wouldn't be surprised. I mean, a lot of the biggest actors, or their families are a wreck. Their love life is a wreck.
Well, you say that, but I mean, they've made a their financial. They're probably getting royalties from something that they've performed.
Right.
So it's like being crazy has given them something.
Right. They're good at. I mean, they're basically selling ego, basically, in one form or another, and they've maximized on that, and they're making a lot of money, and with that, if they found the right niche, or they're like the best at it, and
so
a lot of times they're not technically good at all. I mean, like.
That's a good point.
Yeah, they're not technically. I mean, a lot of them aren't technically.
Right, but they become a symbol for something, and then it brings them revenue.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they're great singers. They're a great voice. They're tapping into the feel. They've tapped into the feel completely. Okay. They're not about how things work or anything. They're about that feel. All the way through, and so.
And you're in Los Angeles. I'm sorry, man. I'm interrupting your stream of thought.
No.
You're in Los Angeles, but that's like ground zero for people chasing dreams that fail. Right? We're all going to Hollywood to become big movie stars, right? And the streets are filled with that.
Yeah, I mean, it should be.
you know.
It should be. Yeah, big dreams come, and the vast majority of them die here. Or people end up doing their second jobs, secondary jobs here in the industry is, I don't know, putting up mics and doing stuff in the background.
So is that what we're, when I say we, I mean like people, like, is that what you and I are doing? Like, you have this show, you have this broadcast. How is this not about your ego, man?
I didn't say that you weren't supposed to have ego. I'm just saying don't let it totally rule things, okay? You're not going to be able to get by it unless you you kind of need it's like you need to get by it, you need to be able to see it's really hard. Let's just put it that way.
Finish that thought. See your what? Your gypsy? What?
No, you need to see your ego is like all the way through everything. It's like we use it to fill in like the weak spots in ourselves. And so when you're young and innocent, you have more of a perception of seeing beyond what it is, but as you get older, you've let it kind of creep into everything, all around. It's like you're using it to help you be on time. and help you I don't know, make sandwiches in the morning and help you do all kinds of every kind. There's little bits of it kind of.
Yeah, you got Punchie TV at was it Wednesday? You better do what you got to do to be prepared for Punchie TV, right? That sort of thing.
No, I mean it's stuff you don't even pick up on. It's judgments you've made that are kind of like you've just, it's become part of you. But that stuff kind of just doesn't. It's complicated, but that stuff just doesn't kind of. I think it's just kind of not real. Period.
Yeah.
In if you were to look at things objectively, it's basically the whole thing is basically a lie. But you need to be able to see that. But you need to be able to separate yourself from that. And that's not something you can just do. It's just, that's why I'm just saying, you just, deal with stuff the best you can. You can't really just separate from these things.
So, like in 1967, there was the Summer of Love, right? Right?
The start of the mess.
Yeah. Okay, ground zero, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm going to stick with that. So that, but that's like that's the psychedelic era. That's where the youth was throwing off the shackles of the oppressive, what's expected of you, right? And when this thing has kind of, this has destroyed women's roles,
right.
It's kind of changed women's roles, and this particular thing, this event in history. Why is that different from now, what we're talking about now? Like this revolution of throwing off, I'm calling you about the meaning of life. You and I talking about this might as well just be hippies, flower children in the summer of love.
Oh, man. This is funny.
What do you think of that?
I don't have much to say, man. I'm just giving you you're maybe calling here. Maybe you're asking the wrong person. Okay.
I don't know, man. I'm just saying sometimes, I think you're right. The hippies were wrong about things, but then I think, how am I so different?
Right. Right. And you might not, exactly. You may not be all that different, okay? And yeah, I think a lot of our old sayings and our religion and these things that we, our I forgot what you call it, but how we do things, how we, especially in the day, in times earlier, like before the 60s, that stuff is there. Like, I think back about it, and it's there it's there to make you productive so you don't waste time making huge mistakes, in your life.
Yeah. Are your parents still around? Like, do you ever talk to them? Oh, yeah. Do you ever ask them about, like, growing up during that era? Because that is a big pivotal moment.
Yeah, I got a couple of people that I kind of wondered exactly what was going on back at that time. But I mean, my best sense of it is the people felt that the kids felt it was kind of fake, stuff was just kind of fake, the religion, everything. And, and you had girls running around in mini skirts.
Right, yeah. Which wasn't a thing before that.
That was the thing before that.
Right. But we take it.
Yeah, the guys really like that.
Right. And then you got Girls Gone Wild.
Yeah. Well, we really gone wild now.
They're wilder.
Yeah, they're super wild.
But are they, though?
Daniel,
I mean, that time. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Daniel, I gotta go.
Okay.
I haven't got much. You may be looking for wisdom over here, but there's only so much here.
All right. Well, thanks for having me this long.
All right.
Really
Well, take care, Daniel. Daniel,
you,
Texas. All right. Talk to you later. Bye. All right, folks. I guess we're not getting any other calls coming in. Oh, really? Oh, I guess I got a couple of super chats.
Super chats. Over on YouTube, Birdie Bound Brian gave a couple of super chats. Life is unstoppable, kind of like Bill's stiff jab on Punchie TV. Once it gets going, you gone. Shout out.
Okay.
American Anchor, by the way, he says, Bill is amazing, with another super chat.
Wow. Thank you.
Right on. American Anchor Baby, it is his birthday. You know about peptides, Bill?
Peptides?
Bioshock powers around the corner, he says.
Something about that. I'm not all up on it, though. Peptides. But yeah, it's all this bio stuff they're getting better and better. They're actually starting to get somewhere with it. I mean, which, finally, I thought they were going to be, they were acting like they were going to be getting where they are right now 30 years ago, but it never got there. Anyway.
What are peptides?
I don't know.
Yeah, me neither. Okay. And thank you, guys. I do believe that is all for now.
All right. All right. I'll see you guys. Have a nice week. Bye, folks. Come on, producer. You ready?
Punchie TV!